This is William K. Murtathon, Witness 1, and tonight we are going to discuss trouble in paradise. Um, there's a couple things going on, and I'm going to wait to see if anybody shows up to get into exactly what's going on here, but it is of interest to a number of people, so we'll see what happens. I'm just going to hold by here a minute. If somebody can let me know if my audio is on, that would be appreciated. Oh, we got punishing Mert in here, and I'm about to be punished. Well, how you doing, you little twerp? And how am I going to be punished exactly? Is this going to be a military tribunal? Is Timmy going to send an assassin to assassinate me? What's this punishment that I'm going to get? Check my Telegram messages. Okay, I guess I will check my Telegram messages. Let me do a little something here. But I do know that, oops, I don't want that in here right now. Let me check my Telegram. What's funny is that I have not been able to get into a certain place on Telegram. Um, so let's see what we got here. Always gotta see what the aardvarks have got for me. And we go up here, whoop, and we go Telegram. T for Telegram, Telegram. And we get Mert Punisher. Punishing Levi first, then Mert. Levi is a sloppy drunk, always drunk in his underwear. Okay, this must be our Canadian friend. Okay, so our Canadian friend is getting involved with cyber stalking, and okay, this video is going to be downloaded and presented to the attorneys for their boom. So if you try and get rid of it, we will have it archived, and I'm going to send this off to Levi and let him know what is going on. This is interesting because I'm not sure what this has with missing children or catching pedophiles and stuff. This is nothing more than cyber stalking and cyber bullying, and it is also a sign that these people are severely mentally ill. And this goes for this punishing Mert. And you won't get Joker. You will not get a cease and desist from Mert Punisher because that would require the individual to use their true name, and that would make it easy on the lawyers to go after her because what she is doing is of a civil liability. But now that we've had our fun there, I'm going to watch and see what this nincompoop comes up with. It's kind of funny that Punisher is sending me messages on Telegram, considering that there's been some recent development on Telegram to which I am not able to monitor. Somebody is running scared, and because of that, some changes have been made. They've had 2 whole views over there. Oh, wow. Big, 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 big website. But, I guess, I'll send that off to Levi and he can deal with it. No, Laurie, only been doing this for 5 minutes and just getting warmed up, and we had the resident troll come in here already. Um, and I think the reason for this is that she understands that Timmy is not going to be in a good situation. Now, there's quite a few things that have been going on here, and you were given a sneak preview while I wrote off, but let me bring up this. It's just going to be a little out of order because I hadn't planned on doing this first thing, but there has been a petition filed in the Broward County Court. And this is the state of Florida versus Field McConnell defendant. And this is a motion for early termination of probation. By and through comes now the defendant, Field McConnell, by and through undersigned counsel and respectfully moves this honorable court for an order terminating the remaining portion of the defendant's probation in the above reference case. Reference case and as grounds therefore would show as follows. Now, point number one, it gets into the reason Phil McConnell is in the situation he's in. That on September 13th, 2021, Phil McConnell entered a plea of no contest to the reduced misdemeanor charges of violation of an injunction, 2 counts, and was placed on probation for a total period of 24 months, 12 months probation for each count to run consecutive, with several special conditions. Number two, adjudication of guilt was withheld and the defendant's probation supervision was transferred to Wisconsin, where he resides. The plea agreement accepted by the court on September 13th, 2021, was fully discussed and negotiated with the state of Florida and the alleged victim in this case, Kim Picasio Esquire. These negotiations fully took into consideration that the defendant was incarcerated for 4 months in jail in Wisconsin, awaiting extradition to Florida. He was additionally incarcerated for 1 month in the Broward County Jail before the defendant was placed on house arrest with electric monitoring in his son's residence in Stuart, Florida for 10 months. The house arrest with electronic monitoring was later transferred to his home in Wisconsin, where he remained for 8 months before the plea was accepted on September 13th, 2021. Excuse me. On September 27th, 2022, this court held a reprimand hearing and found the defendant not to be in violation of his probation. On the same date, this court denied the defendant, Phil McConnell's initial motion to terminate probation. However, authorized the defendant and counsel to resubmit the motion to terminate probation after some time had passed and the defendant continued to abide by and comply with the applicable terms and conditions of his probation. 5. As of the present date and almost 6 months later, the defendant, Field McConnell, has completed almost 18 months of the total 24-month probation sentence. The defendant has reported to his Wisconsin probation officer as scheduled and has fully complied with his officer's instructions and complied with all the conditions of his probation. Undersigned counsel has communicated telephonically and by email with the state defendant's Wisconsin probation officer, Kara Ludquam, and Mrs. Ludquam confirmed and authorized counsel to represent to this court that the defendant has fully complied with her instructions, is not in violation of the terms and conditions of probation, and has completed all the applicable probation conditions. That's a tough word to pronounce. In addition, this is an important one now. Number 7. In addition, undersigned counsel recently discussed this matter with the alleged victim, in this case, Kim Picasio Esquire, and Miss Picasio represented to the counsel and authorized counsel to represent this court that she has no objection to the early termination portion of the defendant's probation sentence. In light of the foregoing, Defendant Field McConnell would respectfully request that this court grant the subject motion and enter an appropriate order terminating the remaining portion of the defendant's probationary sentence. Wherefore, and by reason foregoing, the defendant Phil McConnell respectfully requests that this honorable court grant the within motion and enter this order successfully terminating the remaining portion of the defendant's probationary sentence in the above referenced case, based on the reasons and grounds and arguments advanced herein. Respectfully submitted, Law Office of Howard Son, attorney for the defendant, Field McConnell, blah, blah, blah. I hereby certify that this is a true and correct copy of the foregoing and was furnished electronically by e-service to Laura Minquins, ASA, Florida Attorney's Office, 201 Southeast and so forth, and by email to Kim Picasio, Esquire, and Kara Ludquam, Probation Officer, Wisconsin Department of Corrections, on this day, the 10th of March, 2023. This is the reason I delayed my live stream last night. I knew about this pending submission to the court and was waiting to confirm it and see when and if it was going to be submitted. And it was submitted this morning. So, Field McConnell likely very shortly will be back on the air. He will have all his he will have his probation lifted. However, other terms of his his agreement with the court remains that he has to abide by the request by Ms. Picasio. It seems, however, that he is going to be able to go back on the air and will be probably live streaming with his friends before too long. Now, why is this bad news for Tim Holmeseth? Well, there's a simple reason for that. There's been another development here, and I've had at least 2 sources of information give me this information. And so let me see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Okay. I have been informed by an anonymous source that Randy Lynn Erickson and Timothy Charles Holmeseth are going to file a lawsuit against Field McConnell over his comments about them to Paula. We all know who Paula is. Now, Paula has been part of discussions with Phil McConnell for quite a long time, both before and during his um, probationary period that is now looking like it is going to go away here in a matter of days. Probably we'll find something out on Monday. Good evening, Richard. Welcome to the stream tonight. Now, why is Timmy and Randy filing this lawsuit? Now, when I initially got this message, I thought maybe it was about the fact that Field had made certain comments to Paula about his former relationship with um, Randy and Holmes Seth and some of the negative comments that Field has made about Timmy and Randy. And so this came up. Part of the lawsuit is an injunction placed against Field to stop him from releasing any video or audio footage of Timmy and Randy in his home. Apparently, Field has audio and video of them and audio of them, and they want a judge to order McConnell to destroy it. Now, the thing when I first got this, I was a little puzzled as to why Timmy and Randy would want a uh, video of them in Field McConnell's house. You know, you would think, well, they considered to be friends and allies of Field McConnell and so on and so forth. I felt that maybe because of the time and date involved, it might have something to do with the trial of E-Clause down in Ocala, Florida in mid-May. Because there might be something on this um, video that would be of um, it would be something in that video that might um, bode negatively towards them in uh, the E-Clause trial. Maybe they said something that might incriminate them and help Neely's defense. I had no idea. And it took a while for the answer to this big mystery to come. And yes, Laurie, according to the individual that wrote this message you're reading, there is a video. And what does the video contain? This. When Field told Paula he knows Tim and Randy were having an affair, Randy and Tim suspect he may have recorded outside their bedroom when they were making love. So, what we have here is an accusation that there is a love tape. And this love tape would be audio proof that Randy was committing adultery against her current husband. And there has been denials by Tim and Randy that there was no affair, that they were not doing the mattress mambo, even though the recording would indicate otherwise. And so this might explain the alleged lawsuit that's coming about and the reason for it. Now, I'm going to qualify here that this is unconfirmed. This was a message sent to me over Telegram, and I am waiting for the lawsuit to hit Pacer because if it hits Pacer, then we're going to know that at least there's been a lawsuit filed. And what we don't know as of yet is it true that these two have been pretty close here way back before Field McConnell was arrested? This is talking quite a while ago, and while Tim Holmseth had recently um skipped out on his court date. So, gonna have to see what's going on here. Now, looks like we're having a political discussion in the chat. Well, well, I guess, that you guys you're free to yak away in comments. Now, as for number two, um, there is somebody called Patriot that started a blog. And Patriot, oops, has been talking about Timmy and what he's been writing about. The blog's only been up for a short time, and it's interesting what this guy writes about. And what I will do is I will put a link to his blog in the chat, as well as, okay, as well as in the, um, now Lori's asked a question. The last time Timothy showed up in court was before he left you got the wrong blog, but that's okay. I was going to discuss that one next. Um, the um, he had stood trial for his prior count and had pled guilty and served jail time. Oh no, you're fine. It's just it's the second blog I'm going to discuss. Um, the Patriot's a separate blog altogether. It's on the same service, strangely enough. Um, but so it's been over 2 years since Tim Holmseth has walked into a court of law. He refuses to step foot in a courtroom, and that's why he has um, warrants out in the state of Ohio and in whatever state that um, Craig Sawyer filed his lawsuit in, because both Randy and Tim have warrants for their arrest in the state of um, Ohio and wherever Craig Sawyer filed his lawsuit, which may again be the state of Wisconsin. I'm not sure. So we have two, actually, multiple warrants for Timmy's arrest and for the um, okay. Now we have the Patriot log. This is the correct one. Now the deep state one um, started fairly recent, and I was notified of this as well. And so you can go ahead and put up the deep state um, blog link if you would. And there, the um, deep state one gets into what may be a legal situation for Tim Homeseth and others. And this is in conjunction with violation of the RICO statute and wire fraud. And so I would suggest that people that want to go over to Deep State Dave's um, blog on Substack as soon as Lori puts the new um, link up there. And you guys can, well, matter of fact, let me go back up. I'll put the damn thing in. Well, it disappeared. Well, I'm glad I've only got 20 people in here. It makes it easy to. Well, Joker, he's already lost the prior filings, and the one that's in East Tennessee is likely going to be thrown out as well. I have not checked on that latest case. Uh, thanks for the thanks for that. Um, the I heard that she reported me to Jim Jordan, although it's not going to do any good because the hearing that they wanted to get Jessica in front of was the 9th of February. And they didn't start contacting the congressional committee that Jim is, Jordan is the head of until after it was all over with. Now, the chances of um, there being another hearing about this nonsense that these people are spewing out is next to zero. And if they do get to appear before Congress, I will be there to testify on my own behalf. Because if she's going to testify about me in this hearing, then I am entitled to, by law, to appear before that same committee to give my personal testimony. And they do not want me to appear before Congress. It will be the biggest mistake they ever made. And, this is why I challenged everybody to call Jim Jordan and to get Jesse before the committee. I would like nothing more than for her to get up there and spew all this nonsense over so that I can have it retransmitted on C SPAN to anybody that's interested in it and also use it to take the appropriate legal action against Tim Holmseth and Jessica for lying to Congress. And as I had explained in previous live streams, um, lying to Congress is a lot more serious than just simple perjury. You can get yourself in seriously deep water by going before Congress and giving false testimony. But if this is what these people want to do, then I will be right there in Congress, not only to um, witness their statement, but also to file a petition with Congress to allow me to rebut what they say and provide my own evidence. And, you know, I don't think this is something that they took into consideration when they came up with doing this nonsense, because I don't think they understand how these congressional hearings work and what's required of anyone that appears before there. Now, one of the things that was discussed in um, the so-called I'm trying to bring up the source material. Oh, okay, we got a new one here. Thank you for calling the Washington D.C. office of Congressman Jim Jordan. Now she has called um, Okay, I'm going to transfer this over because this you got to hear this one. She seems to think she's going to be able to get this before the committee, and I dare her to do just that. I dare Randy and Jesse and all those morons over there to get this before the committee. Because it's going to be, because when I give my testimony and my evidence that I have, they're going to regret it. Okay, okay, let me cue this up. This is funnier than shit. Because they've been putting up, they put me in a 7-part posting some absolute bullshit on this blog or this um thing. And so let me put this up here. And I gotta get this out of the way. All right, now what we do is we go, I'll make this big as I can. Because, we might as well, while we're at it, look at this blog or this um, thing. Okay, well, that didn't work. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. All right. All right, let's see. I got to make sure. Let me know if I have audio when I put this on.
Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Congressman Jim Jordan, representing the 4th Congressional District of Ohio. Please listen carefully to the following options. If you are a resident of the 4th Congressional District of Ohio and know your zip code, please press 1. If you're not a resident of the 4th Congressional District of Ohio and would like to leave a comment, please press 2. For all other business, please press 3.
Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Congressman Jim Jordan. Your message is very important to us. Please leave your name, address, the message you want to pass along to the congressman, and a phone number, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Randy Erickson. I'm actually the escrow agent for Jesse Supporter and Timothy Homeseth. Anyway, there's a series of stories being put out on a website called timothycharleshomeseth.com. It's a series called, well, you'll see it. Anyway, the reason for my call is I am asking Jim Jordan to subpoena the Minneapolis FBI agency where a fellow by the name of Murtathon, William K. Murtathon, who flew in from Florida to the Minneapolis FBI regarding the murder of Chris Hallett. I'm wondering if you can, he had a 4-hour meeting with them, and 2 months after he had that meeting, they called it Operation Chaos. I'm wondering what Operation Chaos was.
The recording time left.
Operation Chaos may have involved the murder of Christopher Hallett. I have the receipt in my escrow for Chris's filings in Ocala, Florida.
To send your message, press 1. To send.
Hi, this is Randy Erickson. This is the second part of my phone call. I just wanted to let you know that in my escrow, under this murder of Christopher Hallett, before he was murdered, he sent me a message and a copy of a receipt of filings in Ocala, Florida. That's kind of tied to this story that I'm talking to you about on timothycharleshomeseth.com. It is called, and what William K. Murtaugh out of Ocala, out of Apopka, Florida. The reason for my call is somehow there's a connection, because in that also in my escrow, I have the information from a Neely Petrie Blanchard that goes to the murder of Christopher Hallett. I have a lot of this information regarding Jesse Supporter, Timothy Homeseth, Chris Hallett, and Neely Petrie Blanchard in my
There's 10
escrow.
seconds of recording time left.
I would really like somebody to subpoena information that's out of the Minneapolis FBI office. A 4-hour meeting that William K. Murtaugh flew up from Florida to
To
Minneapolis
send
for.
your message, press 1. To send your message as urgent. Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Congressman Jim Jordan, representing the 4th Congressional District of Ohio. Please listen carefully to the following options. If you are a resident of the 4th Congressional District of Ohio and know your zip code, please press 1. If you're not a resident of the 4th Congressional District of Ohio and would like to leave a comment, please press 2. For all other business, please press 3. For more information about Congressman Jordan, or to request a tour of the Capitol, or a flag flown over the Capitol, please visit us on our website at jordan.house.
Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Congressman Jim Jordan. Your message is very important to us. Please leave your name, address, the message you want to pass along to the congressman, and a phone number, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Randy Erickson. I'm actually an escrow agent for Jesse Supporter. There's a hashtag out there, Let Jesse Speak, going viral on the internet. And I actually have her affidavits in escrow. And I would be more than happy to certify them and let you review them. And I will send you as many numbers of those affidavits you need. Those affidavits include presidential cannibalism against children in America. And she has a lot of information regarding the weaponization of the U.S. military against children. And my concern is the going viral. Let Jesse speak. Hashtag Let Jesse speak. My phone number is, and again, it's Randy Erickson. I am her escrow
There's
agent.
10 seconds of recording time.
Take the children and yourself and hide out in the cellar.
Okay, don't want to get into any copyright issues. Ah, Jesus H. Christ. Now, I don't know. I think there may be one or two of you people that were around when I did Operation Chaos. And all Operation Chaos was is I did a points of interest documentary on where Timmy lived, where the courthouse was in East Grand Forks. I went and did a brief interview with the East Grand Forks Police Department. And I went down to Plum City to show where the old studio that Phil McConnell had. And I went up to where Dr. Good Vibes used to live and showed his office where he practiced. And coincidentally, that town is where Tim Holmseth is using a mail drop with UPS so that he can have his mail there. So this, the FBI interview that I had was a thing where where when I talked to them, they said, if you're in the area at some time, we'd like to talk to you, because I had told them that I had planned on being in that state sometime in the next month. And so when that came up, there I was. I had a nice conversation with the agents, and Randy, incidentally, has got it completely wrong. But they decided to make a mountain out of a molehill. And so we got this 7-part bit of crap about this big conspiracy theory that we're all supposed to be part of. Now, once again, Tim Holmseth and Jesse have me as Whitey Bulger, a dead gangster. For some weird reason, he, uh, yeah, Paula, my condolences to Dr. Good Vibes family. I mean, I was sorry to hear about that because I know him and Phil McConnell were very close. But yeah, Lori, he passed away a while back. Um, yeah, I know. But I am supposed to be the um, former mobster Whitey Bulger or a clone or something. They haven't quite figured it out. And Timmy has me involved in the murder of the Delphi children and also having something to do with whatever is going on with Neely Petrie Blanchard, which he mangled that up pretty good. But she thinks all these phone calls she makes to Jim Jordan is going to do anything, and it's not. Um, the you're going to wind up being used by Timmy for that one. But the congressional committees are not out for individual bloggers. It's Jim Jordan's nonsense that he's pulling up there in Washington is not going to have anything to do with what Jesse and um, Randy and Timmy are trying to put out to their extremely gullible audience. And, I keep their yo-yos over there telling me that I'm going to be in a military tribunal, which was something that was put up just today, that I'm running out of time and blah-de-dee, blah-de-dee, blah-de-dee. And this BS has been going on with Timmy since 2014 and with Randy since 2015. So, this is the same crap over and over again. But, now that this alleged situation with Timmy has come out, um, about Randy and her liaison with Timmy at Phil McConnell's house, uh, I'm going to get attacked again. But this is screenshots of the Patriot page and some of the articles he put up. Um, the guy with the mustache over on the left is supposed to be the Patriot, and I have no way of knowing who this person is. And then right around the corner, um, Deep State Dave has that's quite correct, Paula. And let me put this up. I got a message from an anonymous source um, that uh, Timmy and Randy are going to file a lawsuit in Wisconsin um, between you against you and him for talking about them. And then part two of the message that I was sent is that there is an injunction to keep Phil from releasing any or video or audio footage that Timmy of Tim and Randy in the house. Apparently, Phil has audio and video from them, and I want a judge to order them to destroy it. Now, it took a while for the troll to get back to me with the reason, and the alleged reason for it is that they were having an affair in one of the bedrooms in Phil McConnell's house, and Phil McConnell recorded audio of it. So apparently, these two may have been just a little bit noisy in their uh, activity at the house. Now, as I have stated, I have not verified this information. I have asked the source to let me know where she got to this information, or he. Oh, the fake task force is in here. This is the one that IBT uh, claims is not real. And, it's kind of funny you're in here, task force, because I have been blocked from your chat. It's funny how you come in here to gaslight this uh, chat, yet you won't allow me into your Telegram. What are you people scared of? Not that I care. I only bring it up now. I've been blocked from there for over a week now, um, and so I just find it interesting that you blocked me from Telegram, yet you come in here and gaslight this. But yeah, she's definitely a mad cow. But at this point in time, I don't know if this tape exists or not, or if this is a troll being a troll. And I've been waiting to get confirmation. I have asked the individual to let me know where exactly it was that they heard this conversation or read this conversation. But Mert Punisher is put up um, inappropriate content on the YouTube, which is a violation of YouTube rules, by the way. Yeah, Mert Punisher's being really quiet, so I guess he just wanted me to know that. And okay, the account that posted the information has deleted her account. So this has happened before, so I'm not going to be able to get any more information out of that individual. So we'll see where that goes. So, we have unverified information of this lawsuit that Randy's supposed to file. Whether she will or not, we'll have to wait and see. But the important information here is today, Field's lawyer has filed with the court to have his um, probation terminated and that he be free, along with Paula, to go back on the air, and that there would be no ramifications if he were to do so. And he would be free to say whatever he wanted as far as criticism of Tim Homeseth if he so desired. And so oh, shut up. You already had your 2 cents in. But, no, there's no. But anyway, that was about the extent of why I came in here. So, but it's funny. You can go over to BitChute and look at this nonsense. It's these people get crazier by the minute, and they're just digging themselves a bigger and bigger and bigger hole. The liability that they face uh, is astronomical at this point, especially if Jesse manages somehow to get this stuff before the congressional committee. It is something that they are not going to be too pleased with for doing. But let me see. But that's the video there, so feel free to visit it and get yourself a couple laughs, because it is a trip. But, what are you going to do? I guess they haven't quite figured out that there's a life outside. Oh, what did I just get here? Oh, that's the same video. Yeah, this funny as hell. And I went over and I looked at that um place where the Patriots Act, and I am going to be setting up my own account over there. I've just started because um this way I won't have to put stuff over on my um primary blog. I can keep this nonsense off of that. And so there'll be a new blog coming here shortly, and it's going to go through a lot of this stuff, and it's going to be in writing. And so stay tuned for that. I'll link to the new site once I get in there and learn how this thing operates. Apparently, I can podcast on it. So that'll be something to look into. But Levi, I'm going to send you a link in direct message because I'm not going to put it here. But this Mert Punisher is um, uh, she's setting herself up for a lawsuit. Is one way to look at it. Well, I think it disappeared. Boy, that was brave. Let me go back and look and see what happened here. Yeah, the coward took it down. Oh, I'll get into what it was about, Levi, but she took it down and she deleted her account. It's the same thing she's done before. I don't know why she even bothers with this because only two people saw it. I think it's an intimidation factor, but it's the usual shit, you know. But the only thing is, I downloaded the video. Now I don't know if you delete an account, if the video goes away with it when you download it. That's something I'm going to have to check. But that's funny. Library. Yep, it's gone. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, yeah, it's about you, Lab Guy. I'm going to send you a message and explain it over on the other place. Okay, check your Twitter account. But, it's the same mental deformity that these people yeah, the video that was linked. She wants Jim Jordan to subpoena the FBI in um, Minneapolis, Indiana, Minneapolis, Minnesota, of the interview I had up there, and good luck with that. Number one, Jordan's not going to be interested. Number two, because there's an ongoing investigation, they can't, that can't release that information. And task force apparently doesn't understand what Operation Chaos was. If they had paid attention when I was up there, they would know what it was. But if, of course, they want to make a big conspiracy theory about anything. I mean, they've got me being Whitey Bulger. They've got me being involved with the Delphi murder case. And they've got me involved with everything else. I think I'm involved, according to them, in every murder case in the country that has to do with children. So, common sense is not the dictator of these people. But it provides entertainment here. And oh shit, I forgot to put my hat on. Oh yeah, I meant to mention this before about this witches thing. Timmy is now into witches. There was a thing put up on the internet about now he's accusing people of being witches. We're going back to the Salem trials back in the day. And what's interesting about the Salem witch trials and its parallels with Tim Holmseth, the rumors about women being witches back then was started by a woman who was mad because she thought that her significant other was having an affair with the woman. So she went and accused the woman of being a witch, and it just exploded. And for a brief time, you had women being burned to a crisp because of the jealousy of this one woman. And so now we have Tim Holmseth and Randy Erickson going down this same nonsense. So if they're not pedophiles and child traffickers and child eaters and drinkers or making of diamonds, now they're witches. And, don't forget to call the male witches are warlocks, because there's sexual equality when it comes to witches. Warlock is a male witch, I guess, or something like that. It's funny. There was a woman, used to be my critic, and we wound up getting on friendlier terms, who was actually a witch. She's a pagan, which is a type of witch. They're a good witch. Damn, I can't hyperlink that thing. Maybe I can do it up here. Nope. But, it's funny that the people over on Telegram believe this stuff. As ridiculous as this stuff is, they believe it. Now, but he decided that he wanted to make a declaration that, people are witches, a witch's coven, which is what this, well, I can't answer that question, Task Force, because I'm not Whitey. Because I can't remember how old Whitey was when he died. So you'll have to contact the estate of Whitey Bulger and find that out. My name is not Whitey. So, but, Task Force, why did you block me on Telegram? That's a fair question. Are you willing to answer it? Because I'd be curious. Okay, I don't know if this is Timothy Charles Holmseth engages in unethical journalistic investigation and hate speech campaign. And the headline is Timothy Charles Holmseth has now posted 7 parts of his independent investigation. In 7 posts, he has not revealed one piece of independent evidence that ties any of his named suspects to the Hallett or Delphi murders. Instead, he has rambled and stayed off topics. And, if you want to read the rest of it, I believe I posted to the Patriot the link on here, and let's see if I can find it again. Or else Lori can put it up. Because I have to scroll back through my chat to find the darn thing. But anyway, see, that's me again. So let me keep scrolling here. Okay, I'm gonna have to find this a different way and put it in here. The link to the Patriot postings over on that stack thing or whatever it is. Good night, Charlie Bridge. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's a new article on there that he posted. Or, I guess it's a he. I don't know. I don't know who the individual is. But, it's the same old merry-go-round. These people spin the same bullshit they have. They're preaching to the choir. They offer no new evidence. And the funny thing is what the hell is all this escrow bullshit? There's no such thing. The thing that needs to be understood here is that Jim Jordan is a lawyer. And some woman comes in there and says she's got escrow of all these different things. The guy's going to go, who the hell is this woman? There's no such thing. And as a member of Congress, he could find out anything he wanted to find out about the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. And if it turns out that it doesn't exist, then that's lying to Congress. Even putting something on voicemail is lying. You're lying to a representative of the federal government, demanding a hearing and legal action based on the contents of your phone call. That is a federal crime. So these people just keep putting themselves in legal hot water, and it's going to catch up to them. Oh, shit. God. Escrow is not used in anything other than real estate. It's not used in any proceedings within the court. So, you know, which Cummins attack? This is the. Okay, this is the video that everybody's and Timmy is riling about. I'm going to bring this. I hope I brought this in on Chrome because it's the only. See what comes up. Yeah, I'm going to play this piece of work. This is funny because Timmy is automatically calling this lady a witch because she criticized him.
9 was the last time America could file bankruptcy.
So I'm going to be real. This young lady is stunning, and I am so sad that she has been misguided to this level. Like, I'm not even playing. And it's basically because of a guy named Timothy Homseth that we're going to talk about. This Timothy Charles Homseth. The 3 names should worry you. He has taken fictional writing to a whole new level and created an entire website to give him credibility so that he could push QAnon conspiracies and grift. This man has been making millions via PayPal and his website for over 10 years. He also pushed a narrative about a pedophile task force in the Pentagon. No such thing existed and has been confirmed by multiple sources that it is fake news.
Now, I can't play that music because of a copyright issue. And I would love to find that woman's website, man, because Timothy obviously doesn't like this woman. So I would like to find the original website that she is on. So if anybody can find that lady, let me know. I'd love to know who she is. Listen to her commentary. I'm gonna look here and and see if I can. You know, Timmy likes to steal people's material without linking to their sites because he's scared of people seeing what it is he's sourcing. But, well, you know, who is this woman in Tennessee is what I'd like to find out. But, you know, but let's see. Okay, thanks, Laurie. I'll see if. Because what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and log off because I've got an early day tomorrow. And so I don't know if I'm going to be on the air tomorrow night. But if I manage to find something of use to talk about, maybe I'll come on. But I do appreciate you folks tuning in. Drove by Davie Street in Orlando, then went by Silver Star Road hunting for clues. So, you're claiming to be in Florida. Well, where is Ashley? I don't know where Ashley is. All right, well, let's see. I'll call law enforcement and tell them to be keeping an eye out for you, Randy. Because I know the license plate of your vehicle, so. But I don't live on Davie Street and not sure what's on Silver Star Road. I've never lived on Silver Star Road. So, but there you have it in as clear-cut proof that I'm being stalked by Randy Lynn Erickson or whoever this task force is. I wonder if Timmy's with her. Because just to be on the safe side, I'm going to let my local county sheriff knows that this woman may be transporting a wanted criminal in the state of Florida. In Florida left Orlando last month. And why did you put this up? Drove by Davie Street in Orlando and then with the Silver Star Road hunting for clues. Because there's nothing, I don't understand what's on Silver Star Road. Did you just pick a street out of thin air and put it in there? The Silver Star Road runs across West Orange County. It runs from 441 over to, I believe, the 429, somewhere in there, on West Orange. So I don't know. You are in North Carolina. Ooh. Well, radio would know that because she's following you people all over the place. You apparently don't realize that. She's good at what she does, so she can confirm if she so desires. So, radio, if you're listening in, send me a anonymous message. Let me know if Task Force is telling the truth. Because I know you're following Tim. I don't know if you're following Randy or not. So we'll see. Okay, thank you. But all you're gonna see, that's funny because all they're gonna see on Davie Street is an empty lot. They tore the building down, so there's nothing left. I did not own that house. It was owned by the guy that was my landlord, and he tore it down. And I haven't a clue as to why they want to know about Silver Star Road. That's weird. Yeah, I won't. I was, I gotta talk to the mob, see what's up. Nine, thank you for coming in. You've been a good friend for over a decade. My favorite Californian. And the rest of you, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, and stay tuned because as soon as I get some information released by the Neely Blanchard case, I will update. There is something that's developing there, and I'm waiting for it to be released. I've got a request in for it, and so when that comes about, I will get into what the hell that's all about. Has something to do with the defense, I believe. So until then, have a good night and have a good one, and we'll see you again a little later on. And of course, I'll always be over on my Twitter account, and I'm going to check out this new site for that I've created to see what I'm going to do with that. Good night, Sarah. Good night, Upside Down. Good night, Pete. Good night, Laurie, Levi, and the rest of you good folks. Nighty night.